It's the summer, so it's time for protective styling, and if you have kinky, coarse hair textures, normally that means braids, so I decided to take it back to the 90s for some poetic justice. The 90s was the best era ever. So much fun to bring this look back. I haven't had these singles since I was a kid. When working with hair textures like mine, you need to have as much control as possible. So I use the Be Curly Curl Enhancer to blow dry style my hair. Be Curly is normally used for wearing your hair curly, but I like to use it to blow dry style my hair because it gives me a nice shine and more control than it would if I just were to use a styling aid for straight hair. I also needed my hair to have some texture to it so that my braids wouldn't slip out. I'm sectioning my hair into a deep side part because that's where I want my braids to lay. And after establishing that part, I'm going to divide that into a subsection for more control. Then divide that section into another section and then divide it again. Each box that we create with our parting will be used for one individual braid. Once you've created a size to your liking for your box braids, this is where the work begins. I'm using a synthetic fiber. So I select a section of hair, I divide that in two, and then I loop each section around each other. So the synthetic hair will be your two strands for your braids, and your natural hair is going to be the third strand. So you're going to loop that around the base of the braid, use your natural hair as the third section, and then continue with your braiding. From personal experience, I have been snatched bald, literally, by braiders as a child. For my own comfort, I like to keep the base of my braids kind of loose, probably like a month's worth of grow out so that I don't snatch my roots clean. So this took about 13 hours. So after I'm done braiding, the ends are kind of loose and I'm going to burn the ends of the braids into a style that I like. I want face framing layers that fall around my bust line, so I'm going to measure my hair and then burn them to the length that I want them to be. Because the hair is a synthetic fiber, you can burn them and it will mold them into a shape to stop the braid from unraveling. So I sat there and burned each and every braid on my head one by one so they won't unravel. So the braids are secured, but I'm not quite finished yet. Something smells funny. It's my hair. It smells like smoke. So I got this little pitcher for 98 cents at the store. I boiled hot water in it for about 5 minutes, and then I took Aveda's blue oil. I actually got lost in the aroma. It is so soothing and so relaxing, and it smells amazing. So now I'm going to start a process called dipping. Dipping is when you submerge your synthetic hair into hot water in order to shape it. You can mold your hair into being curly, crinkles, whatever you want. I just want my braids straight. So now you take controlled sections of your hair and you literally dip your hair into boiling hot water in order to achieve a look that you want. I want my braids straight, so I'm not going to wrap anything around my hair. Then just let your braids sit for a few minutes. Then you can continue to the other side. You want to be very cautious when doing this. Number one, the water is boiling hot and it's near your face. Avoid splashing as much as possible. Keep the container as still as you can, as, like I said, you've got boiling water near your face. The result of dipping is sleek straight hair, and my braids now look more in unison than they did before. Now I just grew back my edges using Invati, and here I am putting a little bit of tension on them. So like I always say, it's not what you do to your hair, it's how you take care of it. So I'm going to use the Invati to keep my edges stimulated. I want to wear my brand new braids in a 1990s braided pony, so I'm going to pull each braid up one by one and secure it. And makeup in the 90s were all about the ombre lip. So this is Ruby Roo by MAC. I'm basically using it for a deep red base for the look. To make the Ruby Roo pop, we've got Nitrolicious from MAC's Blogger collection. And I'm just going to apply that over the Ruby Roo and blend a little bit. And this is the Aveda Petal Essence Eye Definer in Black Orchid. This is my favorite Aveda pencil ever. So traditionally we use the Petal Essence on the eyes, but there's no real makeup. I'm going to use this to line my lips to create a nice 1990s vibe. Most women in the 90s wore it, and when it's done correctly, it looks fierce. So creating the thick black line is actually kind of tricky, because if it's done incorrectly, it'll just look like you have a mustache. So you want to keep the black on top of the red because we want to blend that and create a nice gradient, but you really want a clean lip. So keep the black along your lip line as much as possible. Once you've created enough color, it's time to watch the magic. Time to put your lips together and blend.
If I let you know, you can
It's normal to lose a little bit of color once you blend, so go back over with your black. And I'm finishing up with Red by MAC for a little bit more of a glossy red look. And I'm edging up the rest of my lips with the face powder just so that it's nice, crisp, and clean, and the end result is so sexy. What a way to bring the 90s back into the 2000s. I absolutely love my new look. Sitting at the bus stop sucking on a lollipop. The 90s rocked my socks. I had so much fun. I'll see you guys for the next look.